Hey YouTube, this is Ryan making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button, and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the Cold Steel Smatchet. The Cold Steel Smatchet is a broadleaf type hybrid machete bolo. Has a non-sharpened swedge. I assume a full tang, although it does have a lanyard hole that goes through here. I'm not sure where the tang goes through, but I'm assuming that it actually does come all the way through here, but I've never had the handle off and it doesn't come off, so I'm hoping it does have a full tang. And it has this black baked on anti-rust matte finish that most of the cold steel machetes come with these days. Features 1055 high carbon steel and a moulded polypropylene handle with the short guard, double guard and moulded handle. There it is in the hammer grip. Fits my hand really well, ample room on it, and I've just wrapped it in a little bit of camo form just to give it a little bit more grip, but it really didn't need that because of the way it's molded. And I always, with larger knives, I always add up a thumb loop, so thumb loop lanyard, just for extra safety. I'll put the rest of the stats in the description bar in the video, below in the video as per normal. This knife is based on the Fairbairn design of the WWII Smatchet, though it is slightly lighter and larger than the original designs. Comes with a Cor-Ex sheath, and I've added, this is often a serrade machete, I've added an external pouch and a hank of paracord. Pouch just has some survival gear in there. I'll list what I've got in there. Just a few little bits and pieces of survival gear in there. I like adding the external pouches on these type of knives because it is basically a survival knife type knife, and add a few extra little bits and pieces on. Doesn't really add any extra weight to the knife, and it just expands it a little bit of versatility to the system, and gives you a few more bits and pieces to it. Okay, pros of this knife: it was affordable. From memory, I honestly can't remember how much I paid for the knife. It wasn't a lot of money, and from memory it was under $50 Aussie. So, and I'm thinking it was around the $40 mark from memory, but I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. But yeah, they were very affordable. So that's one of them pros for the knife. And another one, it stayed true to the original. I've seen original Smatchets, Fairbairn Smatchets, and this one is very true to the original one. So Cold Steel did a really good job of staying true to the original designs. So yeah, that's another pro to it. And the last one is its effective design for intended purposes. The Smatchet was always designed as it's a hybrid between a fighting knife, a jungle knife that can be used to fight with. So it's a machete that they use so they can use in jungles, but also as a fighting knife as well. And I could see how that it would be brutally effective for that. that intended purpose. And this overall design is very good for that type of thing. This broadleaf design, bolo design, is really good for the machete type thing, the machete use, and the guard and everything, and the handle design and everything. It goes towards the other use of being a fighting knife. So yeah, they did an effective design for intended use. That's the other design. I'll show you around the knife. It does have a swedge, but it's unsharpened. I didn't really want to sharpen it up. It is reasonably sharp, but you could easily sharpen it right up, and it only goes to there. So if you wanted to sharpen it up, no problems. It would take it wouldn't take much to give that a good sharpening. Okay, the cons of the knife: it's discontinued. I've looked on the Cold Steel website and at Cleavers. They're no longer listed, so you're really only ever going to get them in the secondary market now. So yeah, they discontinued them. And from memory, it didn't come sharp from the factory, so which is pretty much standard now with most of the machetes. I have noticed they don't come sharp. So, and I've actually put a workshop edge on this, and it is quite sharp now. It's pretty good. I've as you can see, all the way around the knife. It's reasonably thin stock. It's 2.7 mils. So with these knives, the thinner stock knives like these, for light chopping, the thin ones work really well because they tend to go through material quite well. I actually prefer the thinner stocked knives as far as that goes. And overall, the Smatchet, I really like them. I probably, out of all the machetes of this size that Cold Steel makes, I'd say the Smatchet is probably my favourite of them all. It's got a really good handle, nice blade shape. I do like this blade shape a lot. Once you put a good edge on it, they work really well. They work well as a machete, and light chopping duties. Works admirably. I haven't done a lot of work with it. I have used it a bit, and it chops really well actually, and it works quite well. And yeah, I'm glad I got one. But yeah, it's overall it's they're well worth the money. So if you can buy one on the secondary market for under $50, I'd definitely buy one, because they are, Cold Steel made a faithful reproduction of the original ones, and you'd pay a lot of money for an original. And honestly, these ones are a faithful reproduction of them, and they make a damn good reproduction of the originals. The sheaths are just typical machete sheaths. You know, like they do the job. Once you add a little bit of survival gear in them, yeah, they do the job, but only just. They're nothing flash, but they seem to work. But my final conclusion is, yeah, overall, out of all the machetes of this size that Cold Steel produce, this would be the one I'd choose pretty well every time. And if you can get one, as I said, for under $50, I'd definitely be jumping on them, because yeah, they are discontinued. So basically you're not going to be getting them anymore from cold steel unless they bring them back. But yeah, they're a solid design, and they work well from experience. They're a good knife, good machete, and that's all they are. What I see is that they're a user, and if you don't pay a lot of money for them, they're like a disposable blade. It doesn't really matter. So like, if you make a misstroke and you end up bashing it into rocks or something like that, and chipping them or something like that, or worse yet, breaking it or anything like that, well, it's not a big loss of money. So that's their niche as far as I'm concerned. Like they're a cheap user basher sort of knife for me. This would be the one I'd use if I was worried that if I was chopping through things and there was a lot of rocks around, where a misstroke, you go through the material you're chopping and you might bash it into rocks. Where, say, if I was using my Power Eagle, I would not necessarily want to do that. This would be the one I'd take instead, because I'm not too worried about destroying this one if I had to, like, with a misstroke. Whereas with the Power Eagle, it's a lot more expensive knife. I'm not worried about hurting it as such, but yeah, it's a lot more expensive to replace. Whereas this one isn't. But now that they're discontinued, they will be harder to become by. That's the only thing now. But yeah, that's their niche. But is they're a great user knife. So yeah, that's my final conclusion. Basically, is it's a faithful reproduction of the original Fairbairn's design Smatchet, and they're a wonderful user blade. I did show you in the grip there, and a final run around the knife. I do suggest on any of these knives put a thumb loop lanyard on them, just for safety. You don't want these things flying out of your hand. That's just got because the workshop puts a nice little convex edge on it. They work really well. I actually should sharpen that swedge too with the workshop. I probably will do down the track. There's the other side. Polypropylene handle. Anyway, that's my overview of the Cold Steel Smatchet. Thanks for watching.